everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do my beauty bank or my makeup rehab or whatever you want to call it. It's my low buy, it's how I'm tracking my spending, how I'm tracking my makeup panning and all that jazz, and any new items that I'm bringing into my collection. It is primarily makeup focused. I don't really count skincare that I bring in, although I haven't bought any skincare, and I have a little selection of empties for this month. Mostly it is hair care and skincare, but I have a couple of makeup empties as well. The makeup empties count towards my beauty bank. The rest don't, because I just want to focus on makeup, but I do have everything that I finished this month. I also have all of the eyeshadow pans that I've hit, or if they're a face palette, I have hit one pan in a face palette, which I forgot to talk about in my last video, my last beauty bank, so I've just been holding on for a whole month to talk about this one. And I did go and buy some stuff this month. I did. So it's not like I had a no buy, but I was accumulating points. I was thinking, what should I buy? What should I buy? And a few things came up that I just thought, okay, I'm just going to do it. So I'll share with you a little makeup haul as well. I got a few things, but I'm still within, obviously, my point system. Let's talk about it, because it gets a little confusing in my brain. All right, let's go through my empties first. So I'll do this really quickly. I've got a shampoo here. This is the Fructis Aloe Vera Hydra Balm from Garnier. I really like this for my hair. I started using a different shampoo, so this is why you haven't really seen it in an empty recently, but I came back to this because I was missing it. Finished another body wash, very interesting. I just keep rebuying this because I really do like it. It's the Palm Beach with Coconut Shower Gel from Palmolive. I like it, so we just keep buying it. I've got a dry shampoo here. This is a new one. I haven't tried this before. It's from Schwarzkopf. It's the Got To Be dry shampoo, instant fresh up, extra texture, dreamy flowers, clean and soft texture. I don't like it. I did not like it at all. I bought two of them. I bought this one and a green one. The green one I'm using, and it's so much nicer than this one. This one I just don't feel like it really did anything, but the green one actually does refresh my hair. This one just felt like it just added a lot of product to my hair, and not in a good way, and it didn't really get rid of, you know, like the grease that you would expect on your day 2 or 3 of after washing your hair. So I'm not going to repurchase that one, but I do like the green one, so I'm working on the green one now. Very boring. I've got a deodorant here. This is Mitchum, and it's the bamboo powder. This is nice, but I felt like it was starting to make my underarms itchy, so I'm not going to repurchase this. I don't know what happened, but I didn't like it at the end. I finished a toner. Actually, no, this is a cleanser, but honestly, it was kind of like a toner. This is the worst thing I've ever put on my face, and I think it's why my skin hasn't been the best the last few months, but I wanted to finish it. This is from Planet Revolution, so it's from Makeup Revolution, and I bought this sometime when I did my makeup haul last year when I purchased some items. Where did I buy this? Maybe Beauty Bay, and they had this. And this is the Freshwater Cleanser with upcycled grapefruit, and it's for brightening. So I kind of used it as a cleanser at first, but to be honest, it just kept stinging my eyes. It was just so horrible. So then I started using it as a toner, and I just did not feel like it did anything. So please don't buy this. It's absolutely horrendous. I don't even know if they still sell this anymore, but it's the worst thing I've ever used on my skin. And because I am just, I don't know, very determined or just, I don't know, stubborn, I wanted to finish it, so I did, but it took me a long time, and it was just horrible. It was so horrible, but that is done. Also, this broke off probably a few weeks after I started using it. Like, you actually unscrew the cap, but this literally just broke off the actual cap itself. So very, very annoying packaging as well. Alright, I've got some declutters here. So I'm going to be decluttering this Leah Skin Pomegranate Exfoliating Facial Scrub. It smells off. And I had a look, and it's only supposed to last 6 months. So unfortunately, it's been way longer than 6 months. I actually have the face cream, and that doesn't smell bad. And I got them both at the same time, but this one smells horrendous. I'm chucking it. There's no way I'm going to put this on my face. Then I have 2 lip products here that I am decluttering. One of them is because, actually both of them really, I think they're expired. I mean, this one definitely, it's got little white particles in there. I don't know what's going on. It is one of the Luxe lip oils from Colourpop in the shade Rain Check. I actually really liked it, but when I recently did my lipstick collection video, I noticed that it looked pretty bad inside, so that one is going, and I'm not even going to try it because it looks absolutely disgusting. This one, however, I'm not sure if this has gone off. This is an Ofra lip gloss, and I haven't had it long, so I mean I've had it less than a year, so it shouldn't have gone off. It's the shade Meth. The reason I'm decluttering it is because I do not like the smell of it. I don't like the tacky stickiness of it. I don't like the look of it. So literally there's nothing about this product that I like, and I don't know how I can use it because I don't like it. So I'm going to be chucking this because I don't want to give it to anyone because I do think it's kind of off because the smell is a little bit funky. Alright, and then I have my 2 makeup products here that I have finished. So these are the only 2 that I'm counting towards my beauty bank. I've got my CBD primer from Primark. This is the Calming and Moisturizing Aloe Vera Jojoba Oil and Vitamin E primer. Very nice. I had it in a project, finally finished it. And then I have finished my YSL mascara, which is, it is a sad day. I used it the last time today and it's super, super dry. I had to put another mascara on because it just didn't have the same effect that it used to. So it's always a sad day when your favorite mascara runs out and dries up. Expensive, so I don't know when I will repurchase this, but eventually I will have it in my collection again because I still really enjoy it. But that one is gone. I'm only going to count 2 points then towards my beauty bank from items that I finished this month. I did end the month last year with 8.5 points. So that means that my point system just with those 2 goes up to 10.5. Alright, moving on to pans that I've hit this month. So there's some eyeshadows here and then there's a face palette. A lot of these are spoilers for my projects, which I'm upset about because I don't want to show people my progress before I do my update. But, you know, I film this video before I do those updates. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. Let me start with this one because I think people would have seen this one because I did talk about this in my Project 10 uses. Not my most recent one, but the one before. I just forgot to talk about it in my beauty bank, so I didn't count it as a half a point because every pan that I hit is a half point towards my beauty bank. So this is the Natasha Bronze palette. And I'd already had a pan in this cream shade, but I hit pan in this cream shade when I used it the last time I had it in my Shop My Stash. So that is now half a point added to my little beauty bank. And then all of these are spoilers, unfortunately. So the Aha Honey is in my Project Level Up. I have not hit all of my pans, not even close, but I have hit 1 pan so far. This is level 3, so I need 2 more, which is very upsetting to me. But anyway, I'm just gonna cover a few shades. I have hit this pan over here. This is Sunburst. So yeah, this one, I'll talk about it in my Project Level Up update of how many times it took me to hit pan. It is a beautiful shade, but I have just got so sick of yellows and mustards. And I try to incorporate this palette into any look that I do now, even if I'm not going to do a mustardy yellow look. If I can use 1 or 2 of these shades at some point, maybe hide them or something, like I have a couple shades on today, but it's not really hidden, then I will do it. But yeah, this is another half a point. Then I also hit pan in one of my pans in the pan palette that I have this year, which is the e.l.f. Retro Paradise. So yeah, this is another spoiler, but I did hit pan in the shade Dijon, and that was one of my goals for this month, which is good. So I've got another pan to show you for my update, so that's another half point. Then I'm going to spoil my pan nose eyeshadows. I'm spoiling all of my projects today. I've been working on some singles in my pan nose eyeshadows, not on purpose, they're just the way that it rolled in. So I have a single from my e.l.f. Electric Mood palette, which I depotted, and the Pound Coin shade I hit pan on this month, so that's really exciting. I'm just gonna have some nice little roll-ins for my updates. I can't wait to film that video because I can't wait to see what I'm going to be working on next. And then another single that I hit pan on, which really saddens me, is from my Pastel Roses. I don't think I should have hit pan on this so easily, but because this shade is quite crumbly, like very crumbly, I actually lost quite a lot of product going in, and I even tried to use a brush, and I can't figure out a way to use this shade without losing product, which is such a shame. But I'm working on this shade Solar Ash for my Pan Those eyeshadows, and I also hit pan in it, so that is exciting but also sad. But I will talk about all my uses in my actual projects. So if you did not keep count, that is 5 pans that I've hit. So that jumps my points from 10.5 to 13, because these are all half a point. Before I move on to new makeup items, I do want to give a little bit of an update for my Nabla powder, because I did speak about it, I think, in my last beauty bank, where I hit pan, but I was going to depot it from the compact that it's in, because I wasn't sure if it was the glue or if it was the powder that had gone off, because it was smelling really bad. So I have taken it out of this compact, and I did do a little short, just repressing it into another compact that I had. And it's all in here now, and sadly it still smells. And there's nothing wrong with this compact did not smell. So it's definitely the powder, unfortunately. So I'm going to be keeping this compact because it's really beautiful, and obviously I can repress something in there eventually. I am going to be removing this and dumping it and chucking it, and unfortunately, and then I'll have 2 free compacts. But yeah, I just wanted to give a little update on that, because I gave it about a week and it's still smelling, so that is sad. Alright, so just a recap of my points. I have 13 points in my beauty bank just from all the pans that I've hit and the 2 makeup items that I've finished this month, and then obviously with the points rolling on from the last few months. So what if I brought into my collection, and how does that affect my points at this point? So last time I said if I bought an eyeshadow palette, that would be 2 points instead of 1 point. And depending on how the year goes, I might up that to maybe 5 points, an eyeshadow palette. I just want to see how it goes, because I was being very lenient on myself and just doing it as 1 point, and I thought, well, that's not fair. Eyeshadow palettes have lots of pans in them, but I also did not want to do the amount of pans in the eyeshadow palette, because what if it's a huge eyeshadow palette and it's just, I don't know. I don't want to be like negative 40 points. So yeah, last month I did decide that if I'm going to be buying any eyeshadow, they will cost me 2 points each. But any other makeup item should just be the 1 point. So I did do an order on the Sephora UK website, which used to be Feel Unique, but they changed it to Sephora. And so I did end up getting a couple of free little samples. I got the Philip Kingsley Deep Conditioning Treatment. They didn't really have very good offers, to be fair, so I picked what I could. And Philip Kingsley usually is okay with my hair. I don't like all of his products, but they're very expensive, so the only time I've really tried his products is like when you get the free samples or the free gifts. So I got that, and I also got a little tiny mini Charlotte Tilbury Night Cream sample, which is 5 ml. So these were like little free samples, and they're not counting towards anything. They're not even makeup, so just wanted to share what I got. Okay, so on that order, I actually purchased 3 foundations. One of these foundations I've been humming and ahhing about for a really long time since it's actually released, and I was honestly waiting to see if I could find it on discount, and I never found it on discount. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna do the plunge, because I'm working through my Urban Decay, and I was looking at all of my other foundations, and my LFTFGABBYF cream foundation is getting low. I have 1 ColourPop foundation left that's also pretty low, and then if you take away those, I really only have maybe 2 foundations that I kind of like, and the rest are sort of iffy. So I wanted to try some new foundation. I've been wanting to do this for I want to say the last 6 months, but I've just been holding off because I wanted to get closer to finishing some makeup, and I'm very close to finishing my Urban Decay foundation. I was hoping that'd be done today, but it just have to be in my beauty bank next month. Anyway, so I did pick up the NARS foundation. This is the newest one, the Light Reflecting Foundation, and I got the shade Mont Blanc. I don't know, there's so many shades. I don't know if this is the right one, but I was thinking it probably would be this seemed like the one that I wanted to get. Or there was one called Gobby, but I just wasn't sure which is the best one. This one was out of stock for a long time, so I could have bought this sometime last year, but in the retailers that I usually buy from, it was out of stock. And then they finally restocked a lot of their shades, and they had it at the Feel Unique / Sephora website. So I purchased this and I'm excited to test it out. I also picked up the Charlotte Tilbury foundation because I've heard some really good things about it, and I have been holding off trying this too, just simply because of the price point. But to be fair, the NARS one is just as expensive. So this one is called, I mean, I don't even know what to call this because there's so much writing on here. It's the Beautiful Skin Foundation for best healthy looking skin day every day. Skin looks more radiant, up to 285%. Gosh, how do they even justify that? What is that measurement? Anyway, so I'm excited to try this. I watch a lot of people online who use this. So I got 2 neutral, and I have the flawless filter, and that I have that in 2 as well. So I'm hoping this is the right shade. I think it might be. We'll just have to wait and see. So I got that one, and this one was one that I probably didn't need, and I haven't had the best reviews on, but I was like, let me try it. So I also got the Tarte one. I've never tried Tarte. This is the Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. I did see Angelica Nikovic try this, and it was too glowy for her, but she doesn't really like glowy foundation, and to be fair, neither do I, but it actually looked pretty. Like, she said she didn't like the way it looked, but when I was watching the video, I thought it looked great. So I got the shade neutral. It looks a little pale, but I'm hoping that it's not as pale as it looks, and we'll just have to see how that looks. So yeah, I got 3 foundations. I probably only needed to get one of these, but you know, as I do any haul, I don't like to just buy one thing. That's the problem with me. But trust me when I say that my shopping cart was probably like £400, and I whittled it down to just 3 items. Like, I had so much in there, and every day or every other day I just kept going in, removing stuff, adding stuff, humming and ahhing. But this one was always something that I definitely wanted to get. But there was a lot of other foundation that I was humming and ahhing about, but I ended up with these 3. So and I think it's a good combination of like different types. I mean, they all seem to be sort of that natural glowy look, and I think even for the spring summertime, I'm thinking, well, that would be good. I have a couple good like more matte foundations at the moment that I like, so I didn't want to get more matte ones. I don't know, I just wanted to play around with those. So that's one haul that I did. Prior to that, I did buy something else, and it's just taking a really long time to get here. I actually purchased it before I even did my last beauty bank in February, but because of shipping and then customs, it just takes a really long time for me to actually get my items when I order something. So I think I ordered this sometime in February, and I noticed that they had restocked. Usually whenever I have checked, which is not that often, but whenever I have checked the website for Menagerie Cosmetics, all of their products are out of stock. All the things that I want are out of stock, and they have done a big restock, and I think they're still promoting it. But I saw it, and I guess I'm on their newsletter because I saw an email. I had a look, and I did end up buying 2 eyeshadow palettes from Menagerie, which I'm very, very excited about. These just arrived yesterday, so I haven't been able to do anything with them. They're extremely heavy as well. I don't know why they're so heavy, but I got these 2. So I got the Feral, and I also got the Killer Pearl. I just thought these were fun, and I know that there's some people that I follow and watch that have the Feral. I've seen a few others with the Killer Pearl, but I can't say that word, purr. I've heard such good things about Menagerie, and it's always been something that I wanted to try, but as I said, most things have always been out of stock. So this is the Feral, and I have taken pictures of all these. These weigh so much. I was a little bit shocked, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, wow, why does this weigh so much? I did have to move these slightly because when I opened it up, it was either this one, no, it was this one. All of the shades were kind of pushed, and I guess I think they're magnetic because I was able to push them so that they're more scented, so there might be a little bit of smudging just from my fingernails, but otherwise I haven't even swatched these yet, and I just thought, gosh, this is so pretty. And I don't know, I can't deny how gorgeous this looks, so I wanted to try it. This is a duochrome. This is like a blue, and the viewfinder looks very green, but it has a flip of blue, and then I think all of these are actually duochromes. So I'm very, very excited about playing around with this one. And then I got this one. This is the Killer Purr. And honestly, this is, I think the design and the packaging is so stunning. Now, I did see that this is the reformulated one. It's not the original formula, so I don't know what that means, but this is a reformulated formula. And this is what this one looks like. And I just thought these were so interesting. See, this looks like a blue, but it's also a purple. You just can't really see the flip. It's kind of amazing. Yeah, these are just such gorgeous duochromes, and I've heard that I think it's hard to hit pan in these, but I think the mattes are also supposed to be very good. I don't know, I have high expectations of these. They are very hefty palettes. I can't tell you, I think these are the heaviest palettes I felt. Even like my bigger palettes are not this heavy. So I think there is quite a bit of product in here as well, or maybe it's just that it has a mirror and a magnet, and they're just pretty hefty. So I'm quite impressed that they're so heavy. So those are all the makeup items that I purchased this month. So, and that is a total of 5 items. However, the eyeshadow palettes are 2 points each. I'm actually removing 7 points from my beauty bank. So it's gone from 13 down to 6, if I've done my math properly. So I started the month with 8.5, finished a couple of items, got some pans, but because I brought in more and because these cost me a little bit more, it has gone down to 6, but I'm quite happy with that. And honestly, I feel like this has satisfied me with my spending. You know, I haven't really been spending that much lately, and you know, there's still some items out there that I would like to try, but I'm also at the point where, okay, I want to try it, but I don't need it. So, you know, I think with foundation, that was one of the categories where I was going through it, and then I was looking at what I have left, and what I have left doesn't really excite me, and I also will be finishing foundation this year, so I thought, let me grab some foundation. Eyeshadow palettes, I have no excuse because I don't need to buy more eyeshadow palettes, but it is a brand that I haven't tried. It's an indie brand, and that makes me happy, and that is one of the things that I wanted to do more this year, is try more indie brands and kind of move away from mainstream brands. Just to test out more indie, you know, because I feel like the quality is better and you're supporting a better cause depending on what the brand is. I mean, let's be real, every brand could be shady, but I think it just makes me feel a little bit better that I'm going out and going for items that I kind of had my eye on for a long time. And as I said, they restocked, so I was like, this is the time to do it, because had I waited, probably they would have been sold out again. So that's my update. That was a long update. Hopefully I can whittle it down, edit it down so it's not too long. But thank you so much for watching. If you've got any questions about how I do this, I do use a spreadsheet. So I let the spreadsheet do all the math. All the numbers that I've told you should be accurate unless I've missed something. So just let me know. But yeah, I feel like it's working for me, and I'm happy that, you know, my points are still obviously in the green. They're still positive, so if I do need to go run out and buy 1 or 2 things, I can. But I also, because I have those points, I don't feel the need to. And I also like that it's not getting a crazy point system where I have like 20, 30 points from finishing, like, you know, small little items, or finishing skincare or hair care, which doesn't, for me, that shouldn't count because I don't have an issue buying those items. But when it comes to makeup, I do need to be more mindful because it just takes longer to use them, and I only have one face. So, you know, it is what it is. But thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!